Hello, Sagittarius. Hello, my fire family. How are you, friends? How are you doing? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. Look, I've got Lenormand. We're going to start with this energy for the rest of March. That's what I'm doing. I felt like I should read for the rest of March. I know that we're already a few days in, almost a week, but I thought that having energy for the rest of March, I feel like something big might be shifting for you in March. So I'm going to look at Lenormand first, the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month, and then we're going to throw some tarot at it. Sag, thanks for showing up here. Look, if you're somebody who is always here giving me a thumbs up so we can grow this tribe, I do appreciate you so very much. I hope that you have that bell button hit, because there's been a lot of construction around me lately, and I've been reading when I can because I love to do it, but there's been a lot of interruptions around me. So if you want to hit the bell button, please do that. You will have to subscribe in order to hit the bell button. So hopefully you do decide to stay. Let's find out what is going on for you, Sagittarius. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs, not just for the sun signs. So at the end of this, I'm going to tell you all about private reads. I'm also going to tell you about how to find the extendeds. So hang in there if you want to know about that. Tell me about Sag. We've got the social group or social engagement. It feels like something to do with a social situation. Sag, I feel like you're about to get an invitation, or that there is about to be a social engagement that shows up that I feel like you're going to be looking over. I'm going to say that you're going to be looking over it intellectually. And why I'm saying that is because the Ace of Swords is in the bottom right-hand corner. I could be talking about someone who's the body that you're in is a female body, but whether you're masculine or feminine, I don't know. This is somebody who I feel is looking at the social situation, observing it from a distance, is being asked to speak on it. I feel somebody here might have some social anxiety. I've got the Eight of Swords and then the Ace of Swords, which is 9. It's a bit of worry. It feels like a social engagement. Something maybe very big, and you don't like big spaces possibly. I feel like this is a thing that has tension mentally that keeps coming back round and showing up. So I'm looking at card number 20, and card number 20 in the tarot is Judgment. I feel like you're looking at a social situation, trying to judge as to whether you want to go into that social situation or not, but it feels like you are contemplating something here, speaking on it. I think somebody wants an answer, and I don't think that you're ready to give one just yet. You're still in a fact-finding mission to find out who's going to be there. What are we going to do? Is it going to be fun? We've got card 20. There's a 2 there. Card 29, another 2. And then we have another 2. We got 2, 2, 2. I feel like if you go, it's harmonious. I feel like it's balanced. I feel like you'll do the right thing. But I also feel like something good happens while you're there. I'm just going to say, because I got the clover, I feel like you are, with the 6 of Pentacles in the bottom right-hand corner, this is a social situation that I feel that your worry might be about reciprocal energy. Maybe there's someone in the social situation that you have heat with. Maybe someone you're not talking to. I feel like your plan is to go in a very balanced way, but I feel like something lucky happens. Like we got the 4-leaf clover. Happy March, right? Got one on my nail. And it feels like something that you would consider to be lucky or happy or balanced. Yeah. I'm going to say that if you're planning, I don't know why I'm saying this, but it feels like Charlie's imposing on me to say, if you go into the situation and you're wondering whether to say something, wondering where to get clarity on something, I feel like you're supposed to wait until you see the 2s. Does that make sense? So I'm going to say, if you're on the way there and you're in the Uber and you're on the way there and you see the 2s, you know that the thing you were going to say, you're supposed to say. It does feel like you're going to need clarity on something, give clarity on something, but I feel like you're observing something from a distance. It does feel like a social group, a social setting, a social situation, and this particular social situation keeps showing up again. This social group, something that's going on within the group dynamic keeps showing up again. Bottom of the deck is the Sun. Very interesting. I feel like something is about to come to the surface, it does feel like something's about to be exposed. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here, that the reason you might be a little bit nervous about going to the social event or situation or being asked to be there is because maybe you don't have the best relationship with somebody who's also attending. It could be that, but let's look at tarot and see what tarot says. Let's find out what's going on for my fire family, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. Happy weekend to you. I'm throwing this on the weekend, but please remember it's a general reading, and it doesn't matter when I throw it. It may resonate today or it may not. Tell me about Sagittarius. This is the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month. So I feel like whatever's going on here that's causing tension at the beginning and the middle of the month, I feel like it ends up balancing itself out, and it does feel like it has to do with give and take, right? Because the Six of Pentacles is here. Tell me about this. We've got the Chariot energy. It's funny. Chariot is success, but it's also discipline. The reason you have success is because of discipline, because of balance of things. Somebody here has been listening to the universe. So I feel like when this opportunity comes to you, you may be asked to go somewhere social or asked to go out to a social situation. I feel like you're waiting to say something. Eight of Swords is here, up in your head, thinking about it, in a sort of a mental prison of overthinking until you get your clarity. I think your clarity, Ace of Swords, comes in a moment of alchemy where you feel, I don't know why I'm feeling Libra here. Like two, I'm feeling Libra. I'm feeling Two of Swords, like a decision. So twos are giving me Libra energy, and although I know that the number 2 is not Libra energy, it feels like it's balanced. So I think that's why I'm feeling it as Libra energy. Please know that I'm an energy reader, so I feel things as well as reading symbolism. I'm not sure you're a cookbook reader. I don't follow directions. We've got the Six of Pentacles. Oh, isn't that interesting, right? Six of Pentacles, look at that, is in the bottom right-hand corner, right? The Six of Pentacles is here, and the Six of Pentacles showed up here, which is never coincidence in a reading. So it does feel like you are going to get some sort of balance. Look, it feels like if you say yes to the social gathering and you give your terms, and I feel like they're sharp terms because the Ace of Swords doesn't show up unless we've got clarity, unless we talk about it, unless there's a plan or a contract. It feels like you might have terms under which you're going to go. Somebody might ask you to go, and it feels like you have terms under which you will go. I feel like something in the social environment is revealed to you if you do go, because the Sun is here. Got the Ace of Pentacles. It's something valuable. Look, you could meet somebody you're networking with there, somebody who wants to make an investment in you. The Ace of Pentacles being here is the new beginning in the 3D. We've got the Five of Wands in the reverse. Well, that's interesting. No more competition. Somebody's like, I'm not in competition with you. I don't want to fight about this anymore. The Moon energy. Curious. Things are not as they seem. Sag, I'm going to say if you've got heat with somebody, if you're feeling tension with somebody, you're being invited somewhere where I feel like you have tension with somebody that is going to be attending there as well. I feel like if you go in very disciplined, very metered, very harmonious, Libra energy is what I'm feeling for some reason. I feel, well, maybe it could be Temperance that I'm feeling as well. The Moon energy tells me the whole situation is not as it seems to you. That maybe the breakthrough that you have is that somebody comes to you and says, look, I'm really sorry. I don't want to feel this tension with you anymore. It almost feels like an apology, or somebody's trying to make everything balanced again, bring things back into a harmonious place. And understand that I don't think it's performative. I don't think they're doing it just because they're in the midst of all these other people. I think they really do care enough about you, Sagittarius, that somebody here just does not want to feel the tension with you. The Queen of Pentacles is here. They want to ground, stable. You make them feel grounded and stable. They do want to heal something. The Queen of Pentacles is stable and grounded. We could be talking about maybe a business deal that went bad. Look, maybe you gave somebody money and they didn't pay you back, or vice versa. It could have something to do with property, time, effort, energy, money, the health situation. It feels like somebody here, what you don't see, I feel, with the moon energies, what you don't see is that somebody here just wants to level it all, balance it all, make it harmonious. Tell me why the Chariot is here. It feels like somebody is, excuse me, it feels like somebody has got their feelings under the surface. Someone is scared to show you how they feel about you. This could definitely be something that's relationship related, whether it's romantic or platonic. Look, what's your view? What lens are you bringing here, right? It's different for you than everyone else. So the Chariot energy here tells me that somebody has maybe not shown you their feelings. Maybe they've been keeping them tucked away. They could be a Cancer. They could be another Sagittarius. But I think that's you at the center of the reading, honestly. I feel like you're going to see this person that I'm talking about in the social situation. We've got the Six of Cups. This person feels very connected to you, can't stop thinking about you, but I feel like this is a person that you probably aren't besties with. You probably don't text them a lot. Oh, look, it could be someone you grew up with. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe it is someone that you've had a lot of interactions with in the past. Maybe it's someone you know very well for some of you, or if you don't know them very well, maybe you feel a special connection to them. We have the Knight of Cups. This person is harboring feelings, or how they feel about something that they haven't been voicing their opinion on because they didn't think that they could do it in a very metered or disciplined way. We've got the Magician. Somebody's been manifesting you. I'm going to say that if somebody's been manifesting you, you probably have been the person who has been feeling very emotional about gratitude. What I mean about that is, now look, I'm nobody's guru, and I believe what I believe, and you don't have to believe anything that I believe. You guys know that. I tell you that all the time. But from what I believe and the research I've been doing, it feels like whenever I'm just sort of so on the edge of tears of being so grateful for my life, for my son, for my health, for whatever's going on, it's said to be like when you get very emotional about gratitude, that somebody's trying to manifest you. So that could mean something to somebody. It doesn't mean that it has to. But I feel like something is about to go down that I feel that you already know might be going down, because I feel like somebody's been manifesting you, or they've been manifesting like you being in the same space that they're in so they can say sorry, even if it's platonic, or they can tell you things weren't as they seemed. Maybe I misjudged the situation. Somebody wants to give you reciprocal energy and they want to heal it. The Temperance is about healing, right? It's about finding the right temperature and bringing things all back into an even space here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. It might be a long while since you've seen this person. This might be somebody you're attracted to, or maybe you get very excited when they walk in the room, or vice versa. I'm going to say that maybe there was a time where maybe you did have an affinity for this person. Maybe you were attracted to them, or maybe you are. But the Page of Wands makes me feel like this person makes you feel like a kid again, or there is this energy of a spark between us. So it could be a romantic spark. I feel like you're expecting some sort of truth out of somebody here. Look, all I want is the truth. That's what Charlie just said. All I want is the truth. Charlie's my guide, by the way. Gives me clairvoyance, and I get messages through Charlie. But the Queen of Swords, right? Remember I was saying, I feel Libra, and I don't know why, because none of this is Libra. That's Libra. That's probably why. Yeah, so I feel like somebody, if this is a romantic thing, I feel like somebody doesn't want to fight anymore. I feel like somebody feels as though you took them out of context, or that's not really what they meant, or they're going to apologize for something. It feels like this person has been manifesting a moment where they can get you alone at a social situation. The only time you might see them might be when the whole group gets together. It feels like somebody wants to tell you the truth, and they want to be very honest with you. They've wanted to be honest with you for a long time, but I feel like they were having a really hard time. I think that somebody here feels you as somebody who is very meaningful to them, but I think that 7 cups here, 6 and 1 in the hand of the Knight, makes me feel like somebody's been feeling very overwhelmed with their emotions. So because they're able to discipline their emotions now, I feel like that they want to talk to you and say, look, I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight. Tell me why the Queen of Pentacles is here. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? We've got the King of Wands. The King of Wands is going to pursue you, I feel. They could be somebody who is Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This could be your energy, but it does feel like pursuit energy. I'm going to say it doesn't really feel like a person. Feels like the energy of someone who's going to pursue. It's like the person is attracted and wants to pursue the person who makes them feel like home, makes them feel stable and grounded. We've got the Four of Wands. Somebody wants to take something to the next level here because I feel that they feel misunderstood. Look, it could be somebody who spoke out of turn. It could be somebody who, I don't know. It feels like the Ace of Wands for me is the pursuit of fire. Maybe you thought that this person was a player because they were in the pursuit of fire. Maybe you saw them as being irresponsible with their energy. Maybe you're somebody who's very solid and grounded and moves slow, and maybe this person said something, right? The Queen of Swords is here. Maybe whatever they said to you was offensive. It feels like somebody here wants you to know that they're not just here as a player, because the King of Wands is not a player. That's wisdom. I run the kingdom. I'm very responsible. I know how to responsibly disperse my fire. But I think there is an attraction here. But I also feel like with the Four of Wands that somebody's like, I really need to get grounded and settled because I'm dealing with a pre-empress energy here. I'm dealing with somebody who's in their pre-empress energy, and I don't want to screw it up. So ultimately I feel that what's going to be revealed is possibly somebody might be saying sorry to you. Maybe they've been trying to get a hold of you, like via letter or communicate through a friend, or maybe you've blocked them. Look, the Seven of Swords is here. Maybe you've blocked them and they're not able to get their message to you. Maybe the only way they can get their message to you is if you show up in the same place that they're at. But something is about to be revealed. Something that they've written down, written on paper, been prepared to say, but they haven't seen you. Oh, yes, 27 is a 9, Charlie said. And that 9 is hermit energy. Somebody who has not seen you, someone who's feeling that this is all very heavy. And I feel like they're going to reveal their words to you. We're going to talk more about this in the extended. Look at that. They want their wish fulfillment. And I feel you are their wish fulfillment. And I feel like sharp words happened. Or somebody, you felt like they were pursuing you just for fire. And you're like, no, bro, I'm not about that. No, I've got more integrity than that. Don't pursue me for fire. I feel like it was something like that because the Queen of Pentacles is practical. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't really care if you're pursuing with fire. I don't really care. Queen's going to walk away and say, no thanks. I got everything I need. I don't need the complication of having some sort of situationship. To me, when Pentacles show up with the Ace of Wands, it does feel like situationship. I think you were avoiding that. But I don't think that this was the intention of this person, understand. I think that somebody here wants to tell you they don't want to fight. They've been in a struggle. They didn't know what to say. They think you took them wrong. Anyways, back to where you can go to get the extended. Sorry, I go on and on, I know. There, right at the very top of all of the comments, there is a link if you're interested in seeing this extended. All the extendeds go into the membership area if you're interested in that. You don't have to be. But you will get 4 in a month. You'll get 4 extendeds in a month if you decide to do that. And that's if you're watching one sign. Understand you get 4 for all of the signs you watch for. So click on the membership link. If you want a private read, I do offer pre-recorded readings. I also offer readings that are live. And so please take the link to Hypsee. Go look at all my pricing and what I have to offer. Also look at my schedule if you're interested in booking in advance for a reading with me live. You can do that, and you will get between 5 and 75% off when you speak with me live, and I love to do those calls. They're fun. I'm going to go for now, and we're going to go into the extended. So if I see you there, great, and if I don't, that's okay too. I'll see you again. I'll be back because I'm always back, Saggy. Thanks for showing up here. Bye-bye.